welcome to Community Plus Yeronga Community Centre. We're here today doing Cultural in the Kitchen with Elfaz, who's going to be cooking an Ethiopian dish. I'm going to hand over to him to explain what we're going to be cooking today and the ingredients and everything around his dish. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Today I'll be cooking a traditional Ethiopian dish. It's called Tibs in Amharic. Simply in English, it's beef stir fry. And we'll be eating the Tibs with Injera. Injera is one of the staple food in Ethiopia. We eat it every day.
So can you tell us about the ingredients that go into the beef stir fry that you're going to make? I can see lots of really interesting herbs and spices.
Yes, a lot of spices. The main thing about Ethiopian meal is it is full of spices. The first ingredient is obviously beef. Diced red beef, then we marinate it with cardamom and then pepper. So in Ethiopia, pepper is made at home from scratch. So we use, we call it berbere. So we use berbere on daily basis to make curry, spice up our food. So that's the main ingredients.
So how do we go about using the spice mix, what do you call it, berbere, on the beef? So
the first step is to pour some berbere into the beef, and then we marinate it for a couple of minutes. Yeah. And after that we'll start cooking the beef. So
Elfaz, you obviously are from an Ethiopian culture.
Yep.
So were you born in Australia or were you born in Ethiopia?
I was born in Ethiopia. I was born and raised in Ethiopia. I was born in the northern part of Ethiopia and moved to the capital city, Addis Ababa, when I was 2.
Yes.
I went to elementary school, high school, and went to uni in Ethiopia. Then I came to Australia only 2 years ago. Oh. Yes, and prior to that, I lived in Nairobi for 3 years, a refugee. Right. And that's when I got the chance to move to Australia with the humanitarian visa.
So what's the most important part of your culture for you, seeing you live in Australia now?
I will try to stay connected with my culture as much as possible, and I do it through food and music most of the time. I feel connected with my culture whenever I prepare Ethiopian dish. I love music, so I listen to a lot of traditional and old school Ethiopian songs, and in some ways it make me feel like, oh, okay, I know I miss home, but still I'm connected to my roots.
Right.
Yeah.
And how did you get involved in food? Was it to keep connected to your culture?
Well, I've been I was interested about cooking food since I was a kid, and I grew up with my grandma, and my grandma, I would like to call her a very progressive woman, because culturally men are not allowed to cook. Women are the one who do the cooking, all the housework, and men are like the breadwinners. They go out and earn some income. But with my grandma, she always encouraged me to cook.
So you talked about that you went to school and university in Ethiopia.
Yep.
And I know that you're at university in Australia now.
Yep.
So what's your future hopes for your life here in Australia, or your future life wherever you may live?
Yeah, well, I wanted to be a doctor since I was a child, since I was, as long as I remember. And back home I studied Bachelor of Public Health. So when I came here, I decided, maybe it's time for me to pursue my childhood dream of becoming a doctor. So currently I'm studying Bachelor of Nursing at QT, and it's a nice pathway. I enjoy nursing. I know it's a very demanding career. At first I wasn't really sure. Then I start to enjoy it. So I'm doing nursing at the moment. So hopefully by the time I finish my nursing, I can do my GAMSAT exam and get into medical school and become a doctor.
Fantastic.
Yes.
That's really exciting to follow your passion. And,
it is.
There's always ways to make your dreams come true.
Exactly. That's the thing I like about Australia is there are so many opportunities you can utilize.
And when you came to Australia, I know that you're connected with Multicultural Australia. So they assist you with your placement and your, settling in Australia when you came to Australia with Multicultural Australia?
Yes, I mean, from the first day that I arrived in Australia, Multicultural Australia, they welcomed me at the airport, and then they already got accommodation.
Wow.
Yes, it was very helpful because, let's be honest, coming to Ethiopia with limited English, and it's completely different. So I wouldn't know where to start. So it was very helpful for them to guide me through, especially the first 6 months. You might find it very silly, but how to touch a go-kart, how to do payment, in supermarket,
Right.
how to book an appointment at your GP. You might take it for granted, but those small things matter when you are new
Yes.
to a new culture, new environment, new everything.
So do you have family and friends from Ethiopia that you connect with in Brisbane?
I made new friends in Brisbane. Yeah, one of the things that was a little bit challenging for me was to have a new social circle, like new friends, new kind of like choosing family. But at the moment, I'm happy that I have a few friends that I comfortable with, a few Ethiopian friends, and then few Aussie friends, and like a little bit of everyone. So yeah.
And so then you said that you eat with your hands.
Yeah.
So would you take a piece of the bread and pick up the bits with
Yes.
as you go?
Yes. So the way we eat with our hands is just very simple. It's not for simple for someone who've never used their hand to eat, but
Yeah.
for me, I've been eating with my hands since I was a kid. So yeah, I kind of master it. So I will just take a little piece of injera and scoop. You can grab, get some.
I'm going to share the plate with you.
Yep. Yeah, that's how we do it traditionally.
Yeah,
Share a
that's
plate.
what I was like.
I
you know.
mean, it's the best way to connect with people is through food and sharing. Is it good?
It's really good.
Yeah. It is spicy, but it's not hot spicy.
And the bread is so delicious.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you today for coming to Community Plus at Yeronga Community Centre to cook for us and for our culture in the kitchen. We normally do a whole meal for a lot of people, but because of COVID, we've decided to do a cooking demonstration like this. So we just want to thank you for coming and showing us your traditional food and sharing a bit about yourself and your culture. It's been really awesome having you here and showing how great different cultures' food is and how delicious it is. So we want to thank you for coming today.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure for me to share my food, my culture, my life experiences, and thank you for having me.